Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Rama Hare Krishna,
Divinely Vedanta from Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Gyantimidandhasya Gyananjanashalankaya Chakshurapilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Iti Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamnayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sadhana Sadhana Tam Sarivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Shah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaudakti Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vacha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
the material desire to enjoy the material world and the desire to become liberated from the material bondage are considered to be two witches, and they haunt one life force. As long as these witches remain within the heart, how can one feel transcendental bliss? As long as these two witches remain in the heart, there is no possibility of enjoying the transcendental bliss of the devotional.
So, sounds familiar? We discussed this 100 times. Where did we discuss this? Discussed many times, right? Yeah, nectar of devotion. And this is Mahaprabhu speaking to Rupa Goswami, and then Rupa Goswami wrote in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And what does it say? That the material desire and the desire for liberation, they are compared to witches and they haunt the living entity. And as long as they haunt the living entity cannot experience the bliss of devotion. Not qualified to speak further on this.
By regularly rendering devotional service, one gradually becomes attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When that attachment is intensified, it becomes love of God.
Clear? Easy?
Prema vriddhi kramenama sneha mana pranaya raga anuragha bhava mahabhava haya. The basic aspects of prema, when gradually increasing to different states, are affection, abhorrence, love, attachment, further attachment, ecstasy, and great ecstasy.
So these are the stages that comes after prema. There is Neha, Man, Pranay, Rag, Anurag, Bhav, Mahabhav. After that also there is Adi Rudra Mahabhav and Madhonakya Mahabhav. And these are the stages of prema. Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami, but for us they are just words.
Within the prema itself, I think there is
These are the increasing stages of prema. So once we attain prema, that's compared to Santa plus. And then the last one is attained in Madhurya plus. And gradually the prema intensifies. Right now, Anuradhas. But after that, then these stages comes. But Mahaprabhu did not leave anything to mention. He described everything Rupa Goswami. Based on this only, nectar of devotion came. And then Mahaprabhu at the end said that you write it down. First he empowered, and then he wrote it down.
the gradual development of prema may be compared to different states of sugar. First, there is the seed of the sugar cane, then and then the juice extracted from the cane. When this juice is boiled, it forms liquid molasses, then solid molasses, then sugar, candy, rock candy, and finally lozen gas. Lozen.
Understood now?
It is lozen gas.
Toffee. Like why toffee, Mahaprabhu is selling toffee. Prema is compared to the seed of sugarcane. Sorry, sneha. And then as we go from sneha to all the way, it intensifies. The prema intensifies. And Mahaprabhu is comparing there is seed. Then from seed comes sugarcane. Then sugarcane juice is better than sugarcane. Then boiled sugarcane, it is molasses. It is even sweeter and condensed than sugarcane juice. And then solid molasses is even condensed. And then sugar is even condensed. And candy is even condensed. Rock candy and finally lozenges are the most condensed form. All right.
All these stages combined are called
Sai
Bhava, or a continuous love of Godhead in the devotional service. In addition to these stages, there is Bhava and Anubhava.
थोड़ा ऊपर जाएगा पूजा. After this few verses I removed because so many words that we just cannot appreciate or understand. Yes, it's just becomes when I first read, I'm like, oh, this is me. But Mahaprabhu explains everything to Rupa Goswami. What are the stages that are attained and how they keep on growing forever. Then Sthai Bhava is all these 7 stages of prema together are called Sthai Bhavas. It's like continuous flow of ecstasy, continuous love of God in devotional service. And then it further goes to Vibhav and Anubhav. Nobody understood that. That's okay. But it just keeps going on.
These tastes are like combination of yogurt, sugar, candy, ghee, clarified water, black pepper, and camphor, and are as palatable as sweet nectar.
Anybody try this? Yogurt, ghee, sugar candy. This is like Chanamrit, looks like. And then you add black pepper and camphor. And it comes further. This Mahaprabhu is comparing to sugar candy and then he's comparing to this. Like how sweet that taste is as love awakens.
According to the devotee, attachment falls within the 5 categories of Shanta, Rati, Ratidas. Shantarati, Dasyarati, Sakyarati, Vatsalyarati, and Madhurati. These 5 categories arise from devotees. Different attachment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The transcendental mellows derived from devotional service are also of 5 varieties. The chief transcendental mellows experienced with the Supreme Personality of Godhead are 5. Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhura.
So there is Santa Rati and there is Santa Bhav. Dasya Rati, Dasya Bhav. Then Sakya Rati, Sakya Bhav. Vatsalya Rati, Vatsalya Bhav. And Madhurya Rati, Madhurya Bhav. So Rati is first there is a attachment grows. And that is compared to attachment is growing. And then at advanced state, then it becomes a rasa. Madhurya is the 5 kind of rasa. So according to the devotee, attachment falls in 5 categories of Santarati, Dasarati, Sakyarati, Vatsalyarati, and Madhuryarati. And they arise from devotees' different attachments to Krishna. As devotees' attachment increases, these rati increases. And then the transcendental mellows derived from devotional service are also 5 varieties. Understood?
Is it the Rati means it is a progress story?
It will come now. So first is Santarati.
When one is completely free from all the doubts and material attachments, he attains the neutral position called Shant.
So what is Santarati?
Now, my question here, doubts and freedom from material attachment. In earlier slide, it indicated that you should try to get away from material detachment, which is described as one of the which. So how do you explain this?
Yeah, Prabhu. So this is again now prema stage and 7 stages of prema. Now we are not going further in that topic. Now this is not bold. So Prabhupada is coming back and Prabhupada is describing the different rati and how they increase.
So, but material detachment has to happen, no doubt about it.
Yes, Prabhu.
Because without that, you cannot come to even bhakti stage.
Well, you cannot come to pure bhakti stage. Yeah.
You cannot even come to bhakti stage unless the material desire is completely gone. Means you mature in the bhakti.
Yeah, we will do mixed bhakti till then.
Yeah.
So there is some bhakti and then bhakti will attachment. That bhakti will attachment will remove the attachment.
Oh.
Bhakti itself. And then bhakti becomes pure gradually.
Oh.
So Santarati is when there is no further attachment. Then that attachment, when there is no attachment to material things, then that stage is called Santarati.
Material detachment becomes steady. You have someone have material detachment at this moment. The other moment he will develop attachment to the material things.
Yeah. So he does
not a steady material detachment stage, which is called a steady state. So that means this indicates that one has to be very steady in your bhava.
in the
No matter what.
material detachment. Yeah.
Immediately.
So there is no positive attachment as such to Krishna.
Yeah.
And then, but at the same time, one has crossed beyond the material attachment. So that kind of stage is called Santarati.
Oh,
Clear? So Gopal, you seems to have
Yes.
some concerns
No, no, I was just trying
I
to.
just wanted to have some discussion on it.
on this. So when one is completely free from all doubts and material attachments, he attains the neutral position called Shanta.
The Shantarati realization of Krishna is the neutral stage between the conception of impersonalism and personalism. This means that one is not only strongly attached to the personal feature of the Lord. This means that one is not very strongly attached to the personal feature of the Lord. And appreciation of the greatness of the Lord is called Shanti.
So in this stage, one is in between impersonalism and personalism. Why? Because he has not developed attachment to the personal form of the Lord. He has some greatness but no attachment. But he has no material attachment also. So he's a neutral state. He is neither attached there, he is neither attached there. But he has appreciation for the Lord. So when that stage comes, it is called Shantagati.
Oh, that is Shanti. Oh.
Clear? Clear? No? Everyone is very silent.
I was just trying to see that where we in this line.
अरे हम लोग तो इन सब में नहीं आते. This is not for us. This is
It's
just
a
for
kind of fence sitter. You know, that is.
Yeah, this is the middle stage.
Yeah, middle.
What are you saying, Mataji?
This is not for devotee because devotee should.
No, devotee. Devotee only. But attachment to Krishna has not yet developed.
But is it free from three modes here? Prabhuji?
He's almost free. He's almost free. Anatha Nivriti has gone. He's steady. He has no doubts. He's fixed. Steady means fixed. But he is not yet attached to the personal form of the Lord. But he has great appreciation for that. Like, great. Krishna is great. But no specific attachment as such.
He's in neutral here.
He is neutral. Yeah, if Prabhupada used the word neutral, no.
Yeah.
Prabhupada used the word neutral here, no.
Yes.
Yeah, it's used in the previous.
In the previous-
First and third, yes, the third line.
The first.
Neutral stage. Yeah.
Again, the neutral position called Shanti.
Shankaras, they will be serving right in the form of objects or some.
That is Santadas. This is Santalati. Ati is attachment.
Shankaras will come, right?
From Santalati, Santaras will come.
That means there the concept of impersonal person is still exists.
No.
but-
After 3 slides, you ask question. Okay. And then you ask.
Generally, one in this phase is attached to the permanent feature of the Supreme Personality.
One feel Krishna within one's heart, take guidance, but one is not really attached to Tribhanga form of Krishna. But one appreciates. Let's continue 2 more slides and then ask questions. Yes. Santarati to Santa Bhakti Ras, which is Santa Ras, but 2 became question mark in presentation. Okay, continue.
In Shankarati, mutual attraction exists continuously and is mixed with ecstatic emotion. And when the devotee relishes that mutual position, it is called Shanta Bhakti Rasa. Shanta Bhakti Rasa devotees generally relish the impersonal feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Since their test of transcendental bliss is incomplete, it is called Aghana. or not concentrated. A comparison is made between ordinary mood and concentrated mood.
Confused, right? There is one more slide we will read and then we'll discuss. Yes.
When the same devotee goes beyond the impersonal and takes the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his original form as such a the taste is called concentrated and transcendental bliss. Sometimes the devotees in Santa Rasa relish transcendental bliss after meeting the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But this is not comparable to the transcendental bliss raised by the devotees meditating in last years.
Does it clarifies? Still question remains. Clear? Niliyavatavi?
I'll have to read couple of times to understand. Krishna means when they give the transcendental.
Sachidananda taste, concentrated. They are all Santa. But one is Santara that we see in Goloka Vrindavan existing. That's our understanding. Prabhupada is telling even a impersonalist who is free, he is also in Santa state. But may not be Santa with Satchidananda bliss of Krishna. But he is a neutral state. He is neither falling down nor is going up. So he can be said as he is Santarati. Because impersonal feature is also Krishna's effulgence. No? Krishna is manifested in Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. Perfect, more perfect, most perfect. So when that stage is there, that is also Santaras. That is also Santaras. When he goes there, Goloka, and experiences, then it is condensed Santaras. Yes. So when he get attached and he start rendering some service, but he's not like then he goes, then he is in Santaras also. So there are various degrees of Santaras. But they are not um, they are not same Santaras as impersonal realization or like that. They are like they have the understanding of Sachidananda form of Lord and they serve the Lord minutely and they have great appreciation. But they get condensed bliss, but that bliss is not the same as Dasyaras. But they're also Santa, they're also Santa. So just Shanta is expanded now from our understanding. Santa means paid here. To no, they're also in a particular state, and that state is also Santa. But then Prabhupada compares this is like a milk, and Santa they like a condensed milk. But this condensed milk is still not the same as Dasya Prem.
So they don't have exactly love of children, but
They have love. Once they go there, love is there. But it is not the same as. That's why I said we come back now, reverse gear, after describing all the prema stages. Now coming back again from Santa, again going to all the stages. And this is from Prabhupada's purport. Prabhupada is quoting Rupa Goswami, Nectar of Devotion. After 19th chapter, what Rupa Goswami describes, this is a one chapter describes this. Santarati and Santaras.
What is meant by going there? So this when the people which are following the impersonal, so those are jnanis, right? Those are
Yeah.
so,
They're in a neutral state.
so
Neutral means they're not attached to Krishna, personal form, but they're attached to Krishna's impersonal form.
but when you say they means they will go to more of a Jesus.
I mean, not necessary. Okay. So they don't go from impersonalism to there, not necessary. They will go from earth only to there, but That is like condensed Santa. They goes up till here. They experience bliss also. Krishna says Brahmananda is also bliss.
So that is like a Brahman realization, Brahman.
That is also
Then-
Santa, and that is condensed Santa. But no service. See, if you see Brahman realized souls also don't render any service to Krishna, personal service. But they are but they are not attached materially also. But they meditate on the impersonal form of the Lord, and they are very happy doing that.
So the-
But there is no service.
So the highest they can go is the Sankara, that is, so in that Brahman really. So for example, they stay.
The Brahman realized devotees are Santaras.
That's all, that's
also.
high.
But that's less condensed Santaras. Goloka, more condensed Santaras, but that is also Santaras. Technical, but that's how Prabhupada describes. So I'm just repeating what Prabhupada describes. Clear?
But still there are chances for the impersonalists also to go to Golaka.
Well, Prabhupada says if they do sadhana, they go. But generally, there is no seva. So they feel a lack of seva after like trillions of
Certain number of
years.
times.
And then they again come back and open a hospital or do some service because the nature of the soul to render service. And when the service seva bhav develops, then they progress from Santa to Dasya. All clear?
So here, developed, so that means it is for Supreme Lord or is it normal?
No, seva you cannot do to Brahman. Seva only to the Lord. How can you serve Brahman? You just meditate on Brahman, experience the bliss of Brahman. Don't serve Brahman. Anything else?
This is basic.
This is
So,
basic, but way beyond us, but it is still basic. All?
I have a question. The second paragraph says, sometimes the devotee in the Shanta Rasa release transcendental release after meeting the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But this is not comparable to the transcendental release released by the devotee. Means, does that devotee experience the
Bliss.
bliss that is described in the Goloka? Does he experience that on the Ihaloka?
Yeah, in very advanced stage, yes, Prabhuji.
That is what my question.
Yeah.
How does he experience?
Through the advancement.
Advancement, okay.
Yeah. Then no difference between here and there.
Okay, yeah, that's what my question.
They serve there while being here, but they are situated in Santa.
Oh.
So when a Santa meets Krishna, he has very condensed bliss. But that bliss is not the same as when a Bhakta who is actually personally serving Krishna. So again, increasing level of bliss in these things. Two questions.
person in both the translation.
Well, one time I asked Sagar Maharaj. I asked Maharaj, tell me something about the rasas when I was driving here. Then he says, as your bhakti grows, you naturally go from Santa to Dasya to Sakhya grows. That's how Maharaj explains. But then we also have a relationship and there we'll be fully situated, but the growth is still there. If we see ourselves now, so we are mostly in Dasya Ras in a way, right? Even if we serve, we are always in awe and evidence of Krishna. We maintain that and then we want to serve Krishna. But then at some point of time, the consciousness may change to something else. The something else glimpse may be there, but prominently we are trying to serve Mahaprabhu and serve Krishna. We are not in that move of spontaneous attraction at this point of time. I mean, I am not. So it will grow, right? Makes sense? And previously we may not have any attachment to Krishna. But there may be some people like four Kumaras, the example. Mahaprabhu explains very detailed. Mahaprabhu gives example also of all of those. Mahaprabhu is explaining. But,
Example of Sangha.
Four Kumaras, Mahaprabhu says. All right? Like even Sukadev Goswami, when he appeared, then he was neutral, no? He was an impersonal Brahman realization, and four Kumaras also impersonal Brahman realized, but they are not materially attached. So they both are considered as Santa Rati.
They are from Goloka. Because they come to Goloka because they have attained Santa. Not because
Yeah, yeah. Santaras is there in Vaikuntha, it's there in Ayodhya, it's there in Goloka, it's there, and you go to the point where you whatever your attachment is. On it?
Only the four Kumaras and the Sukadeva Swami, only the two examples have gone from the Brahman realization to the Goloka.
Well, in our they are prominent mentioned, but there are many. There may be many. There may be unlimited. But when we say like example of Dasaras, we will see we give three names, but there are unlimited devotees. It's just an example given. It's not that it's limited and okay. Okay, that's it. This reminds me of Dashadathi. And I said Dashadathi.
small from circle aspect is appreciated and a great devotion understands the subordinate position. Not only does he surrender to the superior authority of government, but due to his subordinate position, he wishes to enable some service and thus becomes rewarded by the supreme personality of God.
Clear so far? Basically, he understands Krishna. He understands he's subordinate. He's a devotee and Krishna is Supreme Lord. And then he rendered to wishes some service because the Lord is greater, I am subordinate to him. That's Dasaras. He is the Lord and I am the servant. I am subordinate to him. He is great and I must render service to him. So when this bhav starts coming, then there is a beginning of Santarati. So this is Dasarati. We are talking about Dasarati. The next slide speaks about Dasaras, how it translates. Dasarati.
So this is the beginning of Dasya.
Yeah, I want to render some service because he is great, I am subordinate. So let me serve him. Now Dasarati is beginning. I want to serve him.
Personal
Localizes Paramatma. It refers to either ways. He can refer to the Lord Vaikuntha. These rasas we discussed now. In Vaikuntha also Santa, Dasya and Gaurav, Santa, Dasya and Gaurav Sakya are there. So those rasas are there also, here also. So Paramatma also those rasas exist. But just Vatsalya and Madhurya exists only in Goloka. Or Gaurav Madhurya exists in Dwarka and Mathura.
Devotee Shankara is not very much willing to render service to the Lord, but a devotee in Daksharati voluntarily wants to render service. Due to this attitude, the devotee in Daksharati realizes the supreme personality of God more fully than a devotee in Shankara.
So he has more understanding of Krishna. He rises him more than a Santarati. Santarati just appreciates. Clear so far? Easy.
Sankarati is neither material nor spiritual. But Dasarati is actually on the spiritual platform. There is no attachment from using things on the spiritual platform.
So Santarati is neither material nor spiritual because he is neutral. He don't have direct relationship with Krishna. He may not have, he may have also. When he is like Das, like Santa Rati may not have, Santa Ras has direct relationship. Generally. Is it clear? Everyone is clear? Clear? Vamshi Vilas बोलो. कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा. उनका स्माइल और सीरियस इसको समझ नहीं आ रहा. कुछ मुंह से बोल नहीं रहे हो. सवाल मतलब योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग तभी सवाल आएगा.
Bachelor's, you mentioned that he can render the service. So in the platform of that, he render the service. But in Shanta, he knows the guts of what kind of activities he will perform.
He stands as a tree in Goloka. When Lord comes, he gives him apple. Feels bliss by serving the Lord by giving an apple once in a while. When Lord passes away, then he remembers the Lord. Then Lord comes back, he gives apple again. And he again remembers. Well, there is some service, but generally he just stands. But Dasaras is like they are constantly serving. They are there day and night, they are serving. Santa once in a while. But Santa in Brahman realization never does any service. But he is happy. Happy means he is desireless. He is fulfilled. Desireless but fulfilled. Clear? Virakti Anyatracha is again from nectar of devotion that a principle of bhava is that they are detached from material conceptions. Okay, Dasya Rasa now from Dasya Rati.
Collects the love for the supreme personality of God. This beginning stage of love is called Dasya Bhakti Rasa. Dasya Bhakti Rasa is divided into two categories called the Sam, Dasya, and Gaurava Dasya. In the Samagra Dasya, the devotee renders the respectful service to the Supreme Personality of God. In the more advanced Gaurava Dasya, the devotee feels he is receiving the protection from the.
So these are nectar of devotion after 19th chapter. Anyone has any desire to read those chapters? No, right? मैंने कोशिश किया कुछ समझ ही नहीं आया मैंने कहा छोड़ो यार ये अभी this is a very simple Rupa Goswami goes so depth and so like it will just be words for us and so much categories are there that will be like oh. I don't think this lifetime it is possible to even understand those realizing those out of question. To be able to read and understand itself is a merit actually if you get in that stage. So there is Sambrahma Dasya and there is Gaurav Dasya. Sambrahma Dasya is Krishna is the Lord and I am subordinate and I must render respectful service. And Gaurav Dasya is actually Krishna is protecting me. The protection feeling is not there, Sambrahma Dasya. But like he is the Lord, I am subordinate, I must keep. But Gaurava, there is little more relationship is there. Lord will protect me is there. All right. So Dasya Ras is over. Now Sakhya Rati. Rati. Yes, ma'am.
According to the opinion of advanced devotees and learned scholars, the devotee in Sakyarati feels equal to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is a relationship in friendship. Due to having a friendly relationship with the Lord, not only is one free from material attachment, but one believes in equal dealings with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Usually, it is offensive to consider oneself equal to the Lord. The Mayavadis, for example, consider themselves equal to the Lord. Sakyarati, however, is a feeling experienced in the mind by a pure devotee.
Is this clear? He thinks that I am equal to him. Sakyarati. I am equal to the Lord. It is usually an offense because Mayavadi says, no, I am also God. They feel they are equal. But in Sakyarati, it's a feeling. It's the love is so high that they feel oneself equal to the Lord. And that's related to the friendship. Clear? So go ahead, Radha. You are doing good. Okay. Are amazing, bro. बताइए.
So how will he feels equal to the God? No, right?
He feels equal. He feels we and Krishna are same capabilities. That's friendship. In friendship, in Dasya, you see him as superior. Anybody who feels themselves as equal to Krishna in this room?
Arjuna feels secure, but
Arjuna also Gaurav is there. Not fully. We will see that examples will come later. But like Madhu Mangal, they feel equal. But that's how you feel when you actually attain Sakya Rati. Right now, Santarati is far. Santarati means no material attachments. Correct, right? So Sakya Rati means you feel yourself equal.
Shishupal can be considered the kid. Shishupal in what is the relation with the Krishna?
शिशुपाल तो material attached था ना वो तो इनमें आएंगे नहीं.
Hmm.
He was
So he feels
materially
also that equal to Krishna only, like always I think he's typing. No.
no, he was just demon. Shishupal was a demon. He was envious of Krishna.
Yeah.
So
This
is like-
negative feeling.
that's
Yeah,
why
I get to this.
that is offensive. Like Shishupal was offensive, Mayavadis are offensive, but this is like the feeling of pure love. And this is out of
Okay,
love.
out of love.
They feel equal because the heart is flowing for them. But for them, it's like
Completely.
it's atheism or envious or demoniac. All right, clear? Dasya, yes.
so
You are taking a lot of interest today. Okay, go ahead.
the prerequisite for any rasa, I'm trying to understand. So all these rasas, the prerequisite would be always you are fixed your mind on Krishna, and this is all the different moods.
Yeah, it's intensified how you see Krishna is. What's your thought about Krishna? I am subordinate, he is my protector, or he is my equal.
His mind is completely filled with.
Yeah. All of them.
So every moment he thinks about.
Yeah, after Santa, full prema is there. Not at our stage. It's
Neutral, then yes.
then this goes up. Good. Any discussion further on this? Sakya?
Example.
Example will come. We'll let Mahaprabhu speak. He will speak to us. If we get some time. Otherwise, next week he will for sure speak. Okay. I think Prabhuji, your turn. Now Sakya Dati, now Sakya Rasa.
According to one's original consciousness, aesthetic emotions may be exhibited as continuously existing in fatality. When this stage of Krishna consciousness is mature, it is called Premyo Rasa,
Preyo Rasa.
Rasa, or Sakya Bhakti Rasa.
Here Krishna is added. Previously, the relationship can be with any Vaikuntha, other planets. But it's not like there is still some Gauravness is there. But with Krishna is like completely equal. So one is like I have a feeling. One is like when it like according to one's original consciousness. Original consciousness means you are a Sakha of Krishna, suppose. So according to one's original, one is like you are developing in Rati, attachment to Krishna. As attachment to Krishna grows, you can be a Madhurya Rati, a Madhurya Rasa Bhakta, and you can experience at some point of time of advancement a Sakya Rati. The Krishna is my equal. But you will go from there and you can develop that. So Rati will grow. But according to the original consciousness means now you are Sakya Bhakta Rasa. Clear?
In general, Bhakti means attachment. Rasa means.
What's your feeling? How are devotees attached to Krishna? That's Rati. The relationship with Krishna, and that grows. Rasa is your original constitutional position. But then, okay. Are you all doing well?
Arjuna first, he was like friend of Krishna, right? But once he saw the universal form, then he was he was.
An example will come.
Because once he started lamenting like I slept with you, I slept with you, I
There is Sakya Ras, and then it was influenced by a secondary Ras, which was awe and reverence and bhaya. Those ras are added. So we'll discuss about primary rasas and secondary rasas. Then as an example we'll take. Okay, there is something primary and there is something which is some emotions added. The secondary rasas they come and go. All right. This that won't come today for sure. That will come next week only. Okay, so Sakya is clear. Now Vatsalya Rati. Vatsalya Rati. Okay.
When a living entity is situated on the platform of Vatsalya Rati, he thinks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in each childhood feature. In this feature, the Lord has to be protected by the devotee. And at this time, the devotee takes the position of being worshipped by the Supreme Personality of God. These feelings of parental love are called Vatsalya Rati. When the devotee is situated on this platform, he wants to maintain the Lord like a son, and he desires all good fortune for the Lord. He offers blessings to the Lord by touching his feet and head.
Sound very nice, right? Understood? Didn't understand? So when a living entity is situated on the platform of Vatsalya, he thinks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his childhood feature. When he will see Gopijan Vallabha, he like, my dear Gopijan. Like a small boy.
Like Yashoda's kid,
That kind of feeling. In this feature, the Lord has to be protected by the devotee. He feels possessiveness for the Lord. The Lord has to be protected by the devotee. Like Mother Yashoda. चप्पल क्यों नहीं पहन रहे हो तुम? That feeling is there. So the Lord is protected by the devotee. The devotee is protected by the Lord is गौरव दास से वो चला गया. अभी रति बहुत बढ़ गया है भगवान के प्रति. In this feature, the Lord has to be protected by the devotee, and at this time, the devotee takes the position of being worshipped by the Supreme Personality of God. And then he thinks sometimes that Krishna is bringing Krishna, just the feeling. Krishna brought my sandals. He would bring sandals for Nanda Baba. No? So he feels to be worshipped by Krishna out of love. हम लोग सोचेंगे तो अपराध हो जाएगा. But this rati is so high. This attachment is so high that he feels that Krishna is getting something for me or whatever. He's serving me.
Is it sequential or is it can be parallel? Like, so,
No, it will grow. Feelings will grow.
but it can be so.
If you are a Madhurya Rasa Bhakta, no, still these feelings will come that Krishna is serving you. That means Vatsalya Rati has attained. Then Madhurya Rati is attained and Madhurya Rasa is obtained. So Maharaj says, just as you develop attachment, it will grow. Clear?
This last Lord by touching his feet and
He like touching his head to massage like a child, na? You child massage feet so Krishna is not paining. So it's like you are overwhelmed by this feeling of Krishna's childhood feature. Okay, Vatsalya Rati is clear? Gopal Prabhu ji?
Clear.
Clear. अरे माता जी तो दिख ही नहीं रहे थे. I didn't even know she existed today. There, okay. Now I know.
Some of the service will be like dressing deities. Is it related to like Vatsalya? It's just the service, that's
No, I mean, it can have any mood. It just depends upon as we progress in our Krishna consciousness, the mood internally will change. And you want to dress the Lord in a particular mood. And that's how Krishna is inspiring you. That's a particular Rati is developing, Rati is growing. And for us, it may come and go. But for them, it's like we cannot be at a Vatsalya Rati or Sakya Rati or Madhurya Rati Because that stage is when we are free from anarthas, we have already attained Santarati. So this is like completely absorbed and this is way beyond prema. But where we are, we may have some glimpse of some inspiration. Or sometime it flows and then go back to some other desires which are material by nature. It fluctuate. And so we are, but the inspiration is Krishna's mercy. When it comes, that day your sadhana is good actually. So some reciprocation is there, some revelation is there, some desires are there. Just cultivate. But this to be on this stage is a very advanced platform. Clear? You're always in that consciousness, condensed. Yes. Okay. So who's next? Yes, please.
When eternally existing love of Godhead transforms into parental love and is mixed with corresponding emotions, that stage of spiritual existence is described by learned devotees as Vatsalya Bhakti Rasa.
So it's like you're in Vasalya Rasa, it's your original position, and that or Vasalya Rati. Clear? Everyone is nodding their heads, but I don't know what's in there. Mysterious. Madhurya Rati. Yes.
Madhurya Rati, the conjugal relationship experience between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the young damsels of Rajbhumi continuously exists in 8 kinds of remembrances. This intimate relationship brought about by by conjugal love produces movements of the eyebrows, glancing, sweet words, and exchanges of joking words.
So they are in that mood absorbed. This I cannot mimic. So they will look at Gopinath Vallabha. They're absorbed in that rati, in that kind of attachment to Krishna. And they desire these 8 kind of reciprocation from Krishna and they want a relationship like of Madhurya Rati. Right now, we cannot even focus on lotus feet of Krishna. Lotus feet goes away here and there. Correct, right? So this is not for, this is something high. This is something to understand. I mean, these teachings of Lord Chaitanya Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami can listen and can understand completely. We can understand based on our realization. Is the concept clear of Madhurya Rati? Yeah, some are mentioned. Exchanges of joking words, glancing, sweet words, movement of the eyebrows. So they they are absorbed in such relationship.
Vipralamma is also, when it says the Madhurya Rasa, it can come.
It can come in any Vipralamba is can be any rasa Vipralamba. Madhurya Rati is clear. We cannot talk about it actually.
If in accordance with one's more natural development in Krishna consciousness, one's attraction leans towards conjugal love within the heart. That is called attachment in conjugal love.
So that's why.
Madhuri.
So Prabhupada says, if in accordance with one's own natural development, clear, right? Madhurya Rati and Madhurya Rasa. It's like it's a constitutional position that is called attachment in conjugal love or Madhurya Rasa. So how are we doing so far? How much percent could we understand? Like 100%, 1,000%. So we'll have Manor Gopal Prabhu repeat the name. How many of you got a feeling of Madhurya Rati and Rasas? Ratis and Rasas. No feeling also? Feeling तो कम से कम थोड़ा बहुत तो feeling.
Vatsalya Rasa.
वासुदेव ऐसा अच्छा लगा मेरे को.
Vatsalya Rasa, little bit more. Understood.
Clear? Good.
Go for the gradual development, first Rati comes and then Rasa. Rasya Rasa, Rasya Rasa. Then we'll go to Satya Rati, Satya Rasa.
Rati is attachment.
So that, the, let's say we are at Dasya Rasa, we are like, we have to go to, let's say Madhuri also, we have to pass this, all these Ratis are there.
You don't have to surpass the rasas, but you will surpass the ratis. Rasas is your natural position. But your feeling towards Krishna will grow in all these phases. And that's why Madhurya Rasa has all the ratis. Krishna will serve me. I will serve Krishna in Dasya. Um, Neutrality means just remembering Krishna gives ecstasy to me. So all the ratis are there, but you won't be in a rasa. Rasa is based on constitutional position. But your love, your feeling for Krishna will grow through all these. Clear? Yes.
Constitutional position, can you explain?
Constitutional position, can you explain? Means you have a particular relationship with Krishna Prabhuji. Like suppose you are, say you are a friend of Krishna. Suppose. So your rati will grow. You will become free from material desires, attachment. You have appreciation for Krishna. Now you think Krishna is great. Now you want to serve Krishna. Now you feel Krishna is a protector. Now you feel that he is not my protector, but he will do whatever I say, and I will do whatever he says. And I'm very free with him now. Now it's not like this. Now Krishna, now you can instruct him and he can. So now you are on equal level. And then you can go from there. If you're a Sakya Rasa, from that attachment, you can go and enter into Sakya Rasa. Now you feel yourself as a friend. Rati means is just you don't consider yourself as a friend, but you're dealing with Krishna. You understood? Your relationship with Krishna is of that level of equality, but you don't consider yourself as a friend. So Rati will keep growing and it will balance out with your Rasa. Clear? Conceptually, if you're clear, successful. Huh? अरे वो मुझे समझ नहीं आता एडवर्ड में ले सकते हैं yes
Nectar of devotion, we said that we will go to one of the place after this. We will enjoy with Krishna in the Vrindavan area.
we'll serve Krishna.
So we'll serve Krishna, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So we will be serving Krishna in one of these rasas that we feel that we are with. We develop when we are going.
When you have a feeling of your rasa, you're very attached. That's how you will enter Vrindavan and you will have a
You
body.
have the-
Body. Huh.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Correct. Correct. Okay. Anything else? That's all for today. It's 8:23. I want to keep 8:30 fixed. So any other discussion? Because then that topic changes. Yeah, Mataji, definitely. Before you go, even in the earthly plane where Krishna is performing pastime, your rasa will be clear, you will feel yourself like that, then you will become like that. So you will be very advanced then. Otherwise, we come back. Till we attain that stage. And the rati will keep flowing. Right now, we are not in any rati. Then we will feel like just appreciation for Krishna. Then we really want to serve Krishna, then we consider Krishna as our equal. But your rasa can be any. But somewhere like, somewhere you match. Okay? Anything else? Rati is attachment. How it's in the mind of a devotee, how a devotee feels about Krishna. But he doesn't associate himself as a particular, like I am a friend, I am a mother. He just that feeling towards Krishna is Rati. And if it matches with your constitutional position, then you consider yourself in that rasa. Rati will grow. Clear? Finally. How are you doing, Mataji? Good? ग्रंथासी चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा पतितानां पावनेभ्यो नमः। कैसी बात?
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
Thank you very much on Zoom. We are ending. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have a question, but I will call you later. Whenever you're free.
Call me
I
some
will-
other time, Mataji. I'll take your
Yeah,
question.
Prabhuji. Yeah,
Done.
thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavatam.